The Abia State ex-governor Otti have come out to blame his godfather, his predecessor TA Orji, for his poor performance when he was the governor of Abia State. Otti has made these two contradictory statements in Abuja. One, he said that any elected governor that blames his predecessor for his performance is a lazy governor. And he still went ahead to say that when he became the governor of Abia State in 2015, that he met Abia as a gloomy state. These are two contradictory statements. One, he said no elected governor should blame his predecessor. Now you're blaming your predecessor for your poor performance, that when you met the state, that it was at a gloomy state. That's why you couldn't do anything as a governor. Because your predecessor did nothing. Everything was in shambles when you climbed the seat of governance. And TA Orji was not having it. He have to speak through his media representative, Ifeanyi. I will still talk about these people. He said that he should stop, that Otti Ikpeazu should stop making careless statements aimed at shifting blame, that he should carry his cross and take responsibility for his action. When Governor Alex Otti met the government you left, what was Abia like? Abia was worse. But he went ahead to do something that we are seeing today that is even causing this drama between ex-governor Otti Ikpeazu and TA Orji. It's because of the performance of Governor Alex Otti. That's why all this one is coming out. You can see how the former governors we have in Abia State, you can see the way they think, the way they reason. That's why nothing was going on in Abia. You resume office, you look at your predecessor, he did nothing. You're not going to do nothing. You'll also take your own part of the money and leave, and the state continues like that until Governor Alex Otti came on board. But we are ready for the drama. You see, they are going to spill all the tea. You see how they kept Abia stagnant for 24 years, how they shared Abia State money, all the allegations of misappropriation of funds, all those ones will still come out. They will still tell us what happened. Initially they thought Governor Alex Otti administration is something they can sabotage with propaganda. They tried it, it did not work. They said all the projects that Governor Alex Otti is just starting, he's not going to complete any, it's just a propaganda. And now they are seeing he's starting projects, different projects, a lot of them, and he's completing it. And now they are confused. How is he able to do all this? And now they are looking at back to their own tenure, their own 8 years in office, and they saw that they did nothing. They couldn't pay salary. They couldn't construct roads. They couldn't build any other form of projects in Abia State. And now Governor Alex Otti is doing everything and even paying some of the debts that they owe. And he's not even going into borrowing. So you see the problem. They are now asking, why is it that they were not able to do anything for Abia? And Otti Ikpeazu is pushing the blame on TA Orji. That it was because of TA Orji that when he resumed office, he met Abia at a gloomy state. So he didn't know what to do. He couldn't do anything. And now someone else met Abia even worse than you met Abia, and he's doing something. Are you not ashamed of yourself? That's the kind of governors we have before now. Also, the Rivers State former governor, Timi Amechi, said we should ask Governor Alex Otti, where is he getting the money? How is he financing the projects that he's doing in Abia State? Because it is unbelievable that he came to Abia and he's seeing Port Harcourt Road, and that road will be launched sometime next month. It's already almost ready. And Governor Alex Otti is using Julius Baker for that road. He said he came to Abia looking at Port Harcourt Road, that he cannot believe what his eyes is seeing, because he knows the kind of deep potholes that used to be there. And now Julius Baker have fixed everything. Governor Alex Otti is using, he said he's not even using ordinary contractors. That he was surprised to see that some of these projects he's using people like Julius Baker. That we should ask Governor Alex Otti, where is he getting the money from? Because some of other states that are saying they are receiving smaller allocations, they are crying that there is no money. And now Abia State Governor Alex Otti is just handling so many projects, paying the contractors, not owing any contractor, not even going into borrowings. And he's doing all this work. He said we should ask him, where is he getting the money? Is Alex Otti, is he doing some kind of ogwego in Abia State that when he opened drawer, dollars will start, flowing out? Where is he getting the money? And Governor Alex Otti have told us, he said it's called financial engineering, that is his own financial secrets in Abia State. So it's not even something he's going to address. But one thing he has come to address is that he will not waste any money in Abia State, and no money that belongs to Abia State is going to go into any private pocket. That all the allocation IGR of Abia State will be poured into the projects that we have at hand in Abia State. So how he's managing that money is his own financial secret. And also, Amici talk about the Omeniko Bridge, the bridge that connects, I think, Aroshuku to Ohofia. He said that bridge looks like a death sentence. And he said he's surprised that that bridge was like that in Abia for a long period of time. How is that bridge even like that for several years in Abia State and the government did nothing about it? For 8 years, 16 years, 24 years, that bridge was there, killing people. Just a small, narrow bridge that cannot take 2 vehicles at a time. And when there is also rain during rainy season, you cannot even see where the bridge starts from. Several accidents. And the governors, they kept quiet. They did nothing about that bridge until Governor Alex Otti came. But he said, thank God that Governor Alex Otti is doing it now. But his questions still remain. Where is he getting the money to do all this work in Abia State? Because him, Amechi, is also surprised seeing what Governor Alex Otti is doing in Abia. That's why he's asking the question. That we should also help him ask the question to Governor Alex Otti. But at the same time, that he's so happy to see how much Governor Alex Otti have transformed Abia State. That he knows Abia. He knows what Abia looks like. He knows that Abia was one of the mockery states in Nigeria. But seeing what is going on, even in 22 months of Governor Alex Otti resuming office as the governor of Abia State, that he has transformed everywhere in Abia State. We now have good roads in Abia State with 0 potholes. That you go to some roads that you used to follow in Abia State that you know before, you cannot even recognize it. Everything have changed. And now, all the constant strike that was going on in Abia State among teachers and workers of not being paid salary, Governor Alex Otti is paying them on or before the 28th of every month. He even paid them arrears of what the previous governors owed them. The pensioners, they are being paid. Every worker in Abia State have been paid on or before the 28th of every month. And he's still handling other projects. And contractors say they are not owing them. He's maintaining a record of a state with 0 indebtedness to contractors. He's surprised. He said, how is this happening? How is Governor Alex Otti, how is he pulling this off? Because so many governors are finding it difficult to do. Even governors that met their state at a better state to compare to what Alex Otti met Abia State. Abia State was nothing to write home about when he resumed office. You see Governor Ikpeazu, his own excuse of not doing anything. He met Abia at a gloomy state. Now somebody else that met Abia at a worse state is doing something. Even in his first tenure. Not even 2 years. It's not even half of his first tenure. He has done something that is significant for everyone to see, that everybody is talking about it. And the former governors, they are shifting blame. Can you see how shameless they are? The people that were once the leaders of the state. And you can see why nothing was going on. Because they didn't even have the mindset to develop the state. They didn't have the mindset to grow the state. They were looking at their predecessors, that they did nothing. So if they do nothing, it's also acceptable in Abia. That is the way of governance in Abia State. And I could remember radio stations then. People like this Ifan Umere, they will not allow people to even talk on radio stations. There's this program I like listening to in Abia State. Then they're talking about Abia State politics when I was in school. All these people like Ifan Umere, he will not even allow people to talk because they are caring about their own pockets. They are the aides to the governor then. They said PDP is the landlord of Abia State. They are the landlords. So we, the Abia State people, we are the tenants of Abia State. And him, Ifan Umere, is the landlord with his papuku and others in PDP. I wonder where they are right now to see what God have done in Abia State and how God have pulled Abia State from where they wanted to ruin this state forever until God have to intervene with Governor Alex Otti. And look at where we are right now. And we are not going back. If you're a lover of Abia State and you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, click on the subscription button right now and you never miss anything that is going on in Abia State.